Hi, welcome to another video on my walking robot Mirft with a TXT controller. Last time I did some reconstructions in order to get feet alright, in order to get the gears alright. So when you take a good look at the gears now, in an attempt to see if it is ready for test. Unfortunately it is not. If you look at this gear, you see that the gears grip into each other quite nicely. Here, however, they don't. It is way too easy to move them around. The teeth grip into each other merely by a half. Here it is quite nicely, but here it's not sufficient. Let's take a look at the other side. And here they are quite nice. Here they are quite nice. Here they barely touch each other. They do touch each other, but also for half. And if I take a look like this, then one thing is clear. Here there is a piece of red part. And here as well. Let me shift this a little bit to that side. You see it is here as well. And that reminds me, last time I took those parts out on this side. So in order to try to get the grip in the gears on both sides better, I will have to remove those parts here as well. The result will be that this gear and this gear will go a little bit deeper with hopefully a better grip. In any way, better grip here. Whether it will be better here, that will show when it's done. So that is one thing that I have to test and reconstruct. Is there anything else right now? Well, it is quite clear that the front is much shorter than the back. Is it possible to reconstruct that? Yes, of course it is. But if you look at the way this is constructed, it takes more than half of this part. Same here. So it is with this kind of leg, I don't think it is a good idea to modify the length of this, to change it. And considering the position of this gear, I should not move it forward, so I think this will stay the way it is. So first thing to do is change these gears with respect to this small red part. And for that to happen, it won't be that hard, by the way, because all I have to do is take this out, remove it and put it back in. because last time I had to remove the whole leg, and all I have to do now is this, and you can see that this is already much better. I hope you can see it. It's already much better, and here too. So this looks very promising. So let me do the other part, the other side. What is happening here? Oh, that's not good. I accidentally pulled out this gear, but that comes next. First I have to modify this. Take off this, put it back. And let's see the result. The grip here is much better, and it looks like the grip here is much better as well. So yes, that is definitely an improvement. It's not yet a total grip, but it is much better anyway. And then something I had not foreseen, I have to put this gear back in place. So to say, a little bit of a weak spot in the whole design. But considering the location of the motor, there's not much I can do about it. Ouch. Yeah, that's a nasty point, how to get it in the correct place. Let's see about it. So, using this to get better grip, it's easier done. And with this slight modification, is it better to get it done? Is it good enough? Also with the wires, they should be in place. Alright, so for now let's do it with power adapter and boot it. And if everything is alright, I can log in remotely via the laptop and do it. Then there is also another important part, setting the date straight. Will it work or won't it? I don't like the way that this is going, an all white display. Nope, I don't like it. Try again. You never know what happens. Full of surprises. And this looks better. It is better. So first let's check the date and time. Settings, go here, date, yes, that's correct. And oops, I need the time as well to be correct. Yes, it is. Very nice. Back to the interface, the community interface, that is. And time to do some tests. So with these hopefully improvements of the gears, wires a bit secured, and log into the controller, let's do a short test. Giving enter to the script to run it. This was not what I expected. Doesn't do anything at all. Let me lift it for now. Alright. That's one thing, but now I want to do it on its own. But will it? Some rattling. And then here one of the feet is off its place, and this is nearly off its place, so I don't like that. Let me see if there's more going on. Yeah, here it's almost off, but apart from that, what more can I do to get it moving? Another attempt to run it. Okay, right now one of the gears side of the gears is in such a position that now only one leg is on the ground. So let's do it once more. See whatever happens. Ooh, that is rattling I don't like, and that's coming from the other side. So what is going on? Which gears is not in place apart from this? Ah, is that the case? No, not again, not a gear again. Yes, this time it's the other side. I have to take care with my fingers, but that's not the issue. No. So I hear rattling, but let me first fix this one again. Alright, once you know how to fix it, it's quickly done. But apart from that, it is clear that the weight of the whole thing is not good for the, not good enough, or actually too much weight to get the gears really going. So the question is how to go on. Would it matter to replace this hind leg with such a 6-spoke leg? I don't know. One thing I do know is that the complete weight is here. So if I would extend everything, would that matter? Would that make sure that the legs actually do work? Not quite sure. Looking back at the gears again, there's one problem that that shows up, and that is when you look at this gear, how it responds to being put down. Now this looks like that there's too much flexibility here. However, when I grab this red gear, and that is quite an effort because of the weight, you see that the gears hardly move. So the basic problem is the flexibility of this axis. Turning it upside down. This is straightly attached to the motor. You can't see it. This one is attached directly to the motor. This one as well, but it has some flexibility. And this axis also has flexibility, as you can see. So here is, I think, the main problem. How can I change that? By putting it closer. I think that may be the problem. And with my riding robot it's not so much a problem, because wheels are just wheels and they go fine. But the weight of the robot in combination with the force that is needed to move the front leg, that is a problem. And of course the big question is how to solve that. So I will assume that the problem with the gears is mainly solved. However, the gearing with directly adjacent to the motor, I really have to take a look at that. And of course that is for both sides. Do I have to change that? I don't have stronger motors. These motors are also excellently equipped for using with the pulses, which are here, the pulse counters. So how far it goes directly depends on the pulses. You can count them and then you know how it works, and then you can exactly determine how far you go. and that is opposite to the timing with other motors you can use. So is it nice to look at the code again? I suppose I could. So let's leave this robot as hardware for it for now, and let's take a look at the code. So, in as conclusion to this episode, a look at the code, and this is the camera which I have disabled for now. I am setting a distance for pulses, and then a data and sync data end. It shows to be alright. I disabled sleeping time for a camera, and I disabled the other the reverse speed for 300 distance. I really do not need that. Well, no, I don't need that. I can remove it because the front legs are really designed now for forward moving only. So in that respect, I am just removing all these instructions, and that is about it. It does do a distance. That is to say, it says while motor is finished. The point is, of course, that this only works as long as you say, okay, will something be finished? So I think, on the other hand, it does do some time, and will how do I know that it really does the distance? That's a good one. I think I will print that in here, and then say print distance is, and then TXT counter distance, and that's something I don't know by on top of my head, which instruction I should take again for the giving the counter. So I will have to take a look at that. From the test, you have seen that it does stop after some time. So with respect to that, I do know that it works, but it is nice to see if indeed the distance has been covered. On the other hand, can it be faster, stronger? Tests have shown 1023 is the highest speed and gives the strongest force. So I can't change that. The only thing I can do to maybe get better results is to move the front legs forward. But how to do that, that's still a mystery to me, because I have to modify the front again and bring more gears in. Would that work? No clue. Anyway, this is the conclusion of this video. Thank you for watching. If you want, if you like my videos, please consider to support with allowing advertisements in between the video segments, or visit my website, which is listed under this video and at the end of the video on screen, to find another way of supporting me, supporting the blog, that is. And this is certainly to be continued. Bye bye.